My name is Jonathan Barki. I was part of the first cohort, and I'm today Gojek's head of corporate strategy. So I was born in Singapore, grew up in Indonesia, and then I went to the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign for university, and I took finance. Always was kind of like a straight shooter, always had a plan, kind of like a vision of how I want to live my life, how I want to kind of build a career around that. But God had His plans and altered it, which I'll share a little bit more about, and that got me here today at Gojek, and I've been here for 2 years. So I started my career in the US at Amazon, and that's actually where I accepted Christ in my life. I realized a lot about myself working in the US. It was a difficult time, just being away from family, being away from home. And I grew up as a young man and eventually decided to come back home. I came back home, I joined a private equity firm called North Star Group. This was in line with kind of like what I had planned and hoped out of my career when I started as a finance student. I thought I knew what I wanted in life. I thought I had that checklist. I thought I knew exactly where I wanted to work, what I wanted to do, and who I wanted to be around. But that wasn't me. That wasn't what God had in store for me. It was what I thought and what society taught me. And I think accepting and being secure with who I am and what I was meant to be really helped me overcome that. And again, God, throughout that journey, I was there for 4 years. He opened miracles and doors for me, things that I didn't deserve, things that I didn't earn, that eventually got me here, the impact and as well as kind of the scale that Gojek has. And it's tremendous because it's only been, we launched the app in 2015, and it's just been a roller coaster since then. So things happened beautifully in terms of God's timing because I joined a church called HMCC in 2016. That's where I got introduced to a lot of my fellow cohort members as well as got enrolled into Resource Global. I was part of the first cohort. It started about 2017, and that was really when I built the understanding of how I can make an impact through the marketplace, through the work, through the 90% of my time that I spend in my passion and my work. And this was also a perfect transition because when I actually enrolled for Resource Global, I was still working at North Star Group. And it was a perfect transition as it brought me here to Gojek, where it's a much more fast-paced environment. There's so many more people, whether it's at the company or within the ecosystem around the company. And to be able to have a foundation, to be able to have a purpose, a clearer purpose on how I can project my passion and my faith in work at such a big opportunity, big place was kind of perfect timing. And it really helped me settle in and be able to kind of like build the identity that I have today. I think first and foremost, the first layer of impact that I can bring is to my team. Currently I have about 18 people in the team. I think this was something that I've never experienced before. In private equity, you work in teams of one or two. It's a really special task force. But here at Gojek, it's a much larger company. To be able to mentor and lead by example to a group of 18, 20 people is incredible. Second is, I truly believe that this company has an opportunity to be cornerstone, a pillar in Indonesia's economy, and through that scale and being able to be a leader that is driven by a purpose and a goal that is bigger than ourselves, I hope to be able to influence that. And the third piece is to be able to kind of just basically live my life as an example. We have about 5,000 employees today, and to be able to be honored as one of the leaders here, you want to set an example. You want to be able to stay humble, to be authentic, to be passionate, and most important, empathetic. And I think I try to carry these values every day and with every interaction with every person at Gojek. I think the biggest impact that Resource Global had on me was two things. It inspired me and it equipped me. It equipped me in the sense that it helped me realize how others were able to leverage on their opportunities in the marketplace, leverage on their callings in the workplace to serve Christ. That's how it equipped me to be able to see a lot of these testimonies, to hear a lot of these examples. You don't have to recreate the wheel, right? The second piece is inspiration, because throughout that journey at work, in the marketplace, you'll continue to find headwinds. It's always going to be difficult. You'll find challenges, you'll find naysayers, sometimes even haters. And to be able to kind of stand your ground and hear stories of other people's struggles will inspire you and carry you forward during those times. And so I think those were the two things that Resource Global really gave me. And at the end of the day, it will give you as much as what you put into it. And so tapping into the network, tapping into your mentors, reaching out to Tommy, Grace, and all of the cohort members, I think that's where you can get the most out of this opportunity.